Hi everybody, welcome back to another trip report. Today we are flying from Hong Kong to Taipei on an EVA Air 787-9. So we arrived at Hong Kong International Airport here at Terminal 1. I was at this airport about 10 years ago and I was struck again at how spectacular it is. An absolutely wonderful, beautiful airport, open air like this, or it feels open air that is. Single structure. The check-in areas are fantastic, wide open, where it feels like there are a lot of people, but you don't feel like there's a lot of people. Just an overall wonderful airport, as many airports here are in Asia. So we went over to our check-in desk. After a quick and easy check-in, I then went to go look here at the departure board. Hong Kong Airport, like other airports in the world, they don't announce the gate until a little bit before your flight. So our gate was not listed. And then I just walked around the check-in area a little bit just to see all the other check-in desks that different airlines use, and overall just taking it all in before going through passport and security. So after security and passport control, which is just a kiosk that scans your passport, you're dumped out kind of in this area where there's a food court as well as these big departure boards. Here's kind of a panning shot of the food court area. There's a top level here and then there's a bottom level. I had sushi, which was excellent, but you could basically get whatever you want. After having some food, I then walked into the main terminal area. First, I went over to one of these windows to see these old Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300s, the non-ER versions, as well as just various other planes at gates here. There's a Singapore Airlines A350, another 777, an Asiana over there. So overall, lots of variety here at Hong Kong, like other big airports in Asia. I started walking around a little bit. One thing that I didn't remember was that at every gate they show, they have kind of this pillar that shows what flight it is and what airline and whatnot, so I thought that was really cool. And then I walked over to see this brand new Korean Air 787-10 pushing back. I'm going to operate a flight to Seoul Incheon. And then right next to it was a Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER preparing for its flight to Los Angeles. So I kept walking back, down Terminal 1. Eventually it branches off into two different concourses. And so I went to the one towards my right first. I wanted to get a view of our beautiful EVA Air 787-9 that had just arrived from Taipei. And this would be our plane that would operate BR868 back to Taipei. And then I kept going, and then I stumbled upon a beautiful Thai Airways International A350-900 that was prepping for its flight to Bangkok. So then I started walking back towards the other concourse, and I got just a quick glimpse of this Korean Air 787-10 that had taken off for Seoul Incheon, as well as a view of this Cathay Pacific A330-300. And as I was walking back towards my gate, I got a great view of this Silkway Boeing 747-8 cargo taking off and starting a flight to Baku, Azerbaijan. And parked next to our EVA Air Boeing 787-9 was this ANA 787-8 with a special sustainable aviation fuel livery, and I thought that was really cool. And then eventually I walked over kind of towards the other side of the concourse, and I got a nice view of the Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER that we saw earlier, taking off for its flight to Los Angeles. So here we are at the gate for our flight, EVA Air BR868 from Hong Kong to Taipei. Today we are flying on a Boeing 787-9. The registration number of our plane is B17883. She is a 5-year-old January 2019 build Boeing 787-9. As we're walking down the jetway, I just wanted to show you guys this beautiful view of our beautiful General Electric Genix engine. And then eventually we were on the plane making our way down to our seats. Today we were sitting in seat 30K. So in my seat, kind of the first impressions is that it was very comfortable, nice cloth seats. The seat pitch was 32 inches there. The tray table folds kind of out in 2 pieces, which I like, so you don't have to necessarily have it fully extended every time. A very beautiful screen, very large, certainly incredibly adequate for our short flight as well as any long haul flight. It also had power outlets below as well as adjustable headrests. Overall, very comfortable. I would give it honestly like a 10 out of 10. So as we were taxiing over to runway 07 right for departure, we taxied by the HAECO hangars. HAECO is a company that does a lot of maintenance on airplanes. So as you could see kind of in the distance there, aside from the Cathay Pacific 777s and A350s, United does a lot of maintenance work out there. There was some 777s as well as I think there was a 787-9, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then eventually we took off from runway 07 right here at Hong Kong, beginning our 1 hour and 13-minute flight to Taipei. Shortly after departure and during our climb, we had a great view of Lantau Island, and then eventually we had a view of Hong Kong Island. Eventually we made our way out over towards the South China Sea, putting us on our course to Taipei, and then they started their meal service. Today they came around kind of like with this chicken and a cream sauce, which was pretty good with the bed of white rice, and then it looked like some kind of like edamame type thing. They had these crackers which were very good, as well as I had an apple juice, some water. They came around with tea. Overall, an incredibly adequate meal, per usual on these incredibly short intra-Asia flights. And then eventually we were over to the South China Sea, and I just thought that the clouds looked really pretty and great view of our wing here, as well as the wing flex. And then after a pretty short descent, we landed on runway 05 left here at Taipei's Taoyuan Airport. Well, I want to thank you guys all for watching. I really appreciate the support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I want to hear your guys' feedback, as well as what kind of videos you'd like to see in the future. And as usual, please stay tuned. I have many more trip report videos coming. Thank you.
机行程的贵宾，请下机后出示您的续程登机证与地勤人员。机长及机组员在此非常感谢大家搭乘星空联盟成员长航空